See, your question is, how do I get back to my original state?
Yes.
By what? Doing what I can get back to my original state?
Yes.
By what? Doing nothing you can get back to original state. Any doing will take you away from that.
Yes, I can't do.
So it's like asking, how can I have a good night's sleep? The more harder you try to get good night's sleep, the more harder it becomes.
Yes.
Right? Okay. So it is like, how do I get back to my natural self? Okay. Anything you do will take you away from
No,
this.
wait. No doing. There's no doing, just being.
Then you'll ask me a question. What can I do? Again that question comes. What should I do to become not doing? See, the human being, okay, this is a very, very special word. The human and being. Have you thought about this? Do you think you are a human being?
No, I'm a
I'm
human
a
being.
being. I'm a being.
You are a doing.
I'm a human
Actually,
being. Yes.
we are continuously we become doers. Okay? The being aspect has gone to background. Right? So, how can you get back to your natural state? Just by being, but not doing anything. Now, how does the doing arise? You tell me. The doing arises, okay, continuous doing, because the impressions arise in the mind. Something gets triggered. Okay, I want to do this. Okay, so I see something, I feel like eating. I want to get something in life. I have to do something. So we become addicted to doing. Okay, right? Doing has become our, and we cannot sit for a moment by non-doing. Restlessness arises. The programs arise. There's a deeper programming which is happening. Those programs arise. Okay. So now, how did this program come into picture? Okay. The programming came into picture unconsciously picking up the things in the society. The society is action oriented. There is a respect only for the person who is a man of action. A person who is sitting idle, he is useless fellow. The value in the society comes for a person who is full of action and dynamism. So we value what society values, whatever societal values become our values. I want to do something. Okay. Now at a point will come, as you start doing something, they become the impressions, vasanas. And these vasanas will trigger some more impressions. So this cycle of getting into doing, getting result, okay, getting involved in that, and now it has become an unconscious action, right? I mean, it is very simple. It is always like learning and driving a car or a cycle. Initially you do consciously, I want to learn. So effort is there, you may fall off and all. Then after some time it goes into subconscious. Now you don't need, it's autopilot. So the action, we are on the autopilot called action. Continuously that autopilot is there. Now the problem is, the challenge here is, I learned driving, okay, I mean giving examples of driving, but I want to unlearn it. Not possible. So now you have programmed yourself into a human being to human doing. How to undo it?
Yes, yeah.
That's the key of spirituality and light. I have in fact, I would say I have programmed myself. I have been programmed by the environment. Okay, where doing was not my natural state, being was my natural state, and I have been as an environment. The society values action, and there's no value for if you don't do action, you will not survive also. So that has gone deep inside us. Do something, get something, and get back. So this programming has gone, just like I have learned car driving. Only this car driving I learned consciously, I want to drive. Whereas this programming has happened from the all sources. My friends, my relatives, everything is just dumping programs on us. Now these programs are what I call as impressions or vasanas, various names, but I simply in modern language I call it programs. So now, how do you get rid of these programs? Right? There is no way of deleting this or formatting this like I can do a memory card or computer. So all these programs are triggered by, okay, what you call as an identity. Okay. For example, you have come here. This is a program called Spiritual Seeker. Program called Spiritual Seeker got activated and he came here. If the program called Spiritual Seeker didn't get activated, he would not have come here.
Exactly.
Yes,
Absolutely
true.
Okay. Now, like any other program, this is also a program. Okay. Now, in this program, I am a spiritual seeker. Okay. That identity has popped up. Now, each person has multiple identities. Right? How many identities you have? Millions. Millions of identities. And each identity leaves a impression. Okay, this is the challenge of life. Right? So, if I am able to live my life as identity as not me, but identity as a action or a role I have to play, then that will not leave an impression in me. Right? I have a role to play, that doesn't leave an impression. The moment I become the role, there's the impression. Okay? Say for example, there's a great actor. He is able to play the role of a beggar. At the same time, comfortable next shooting, he plays the role of a hero. So now, he is not affected by both because he knows I am playing a role and he has never become a role. Okay? If actor gets stuck to a role, then he cannot play to other role. So we have forgotten that a being is an actor.
And not the role.
I'm not the role. And it's this drama called life. We have become very serious
With the roles.
roles. Every role is sticking to us. Mother, wife, husband. We have to start understanding, separating myself from the role which I play and myself. The role is what I play. Play the role very well. Okay? But never become the role. Right? So this is actually what you call as Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga is okay, you are a Kshatriya, you are a warrior. Play the role of a warrior very well. But don't become that. So don't expect any result. Let the impressions of the war not live in you. Like it's almost saying actor did a movie where he became a warrior. There's so much of murder, crime is happening. But the moment he comes back and said, there's nothing. Nothing leaves the impression. But if you really participate in a war, that leaves a lot of impressions. So now, when I am participating in the war, can I be still an actor and not the role I play?
Not creating impression.
So that is the challenge of action to non-doing. From doing to non-doing, the challenge is, the doing is always for identity, non-doing is for a role.
Playing the role. Beautiful, yeah.
Understand? This is the crux of what you call as Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga doesn't say you should stop the action. Instead of a doer, become a player of the role. Now this, to say the player of role also is a psychological counseling. Okay? Anything to do with psychological counseling level doesn't last long. In the sense, it's like all of us say, no? Anybody is troubled will say, hey, be calm, be happy, be peaceful. They're all surface level.
The one who's going through.
Understand? This surface level thing doesn't take us any very far. So I can tell you very well that become a role and play karmanne vadikaraste mahapaleshu kadachan. Then I become a preacher. The preacher will take you only very less. This is not about preaching. Okay? Understand? You have to recognize yourself as an actor, not a doer. Then that happens, role change happens. Then that role will become natural to you. Okay. Now the question is, have you recognized yourself as actor, or you're stuck to your role, stuck to your identity? Okay, right? So and this recognition has to happen within you. Okay, it is not a sort of believe in this. It is not sort of a listen to some 10,000 scriptures and do a sort of a mental what do you call it? That's called affirmation. Okay, so get up in the morning. I'm not a doer. I'm a role. I'm not a doer. I'm a role. This is actually what you call as that psychology. These things are there, no? Day by day, I'm getting better and better. These are all what you call as affirmations.
Affirmations.
Okay, so I'm liquid. So this is not an affirmation. I am not a doer. I am a actor. It's not an affirmation. This recognition has to deep inside. It happened to you. Okay. So now what happens is identities go into the background, and the real identity as an actor comes to the foreground. Now the actor identity has gone to the background, and identities have gone to the foreground. So we are not speaking of a deleting programs. We are just actually giving priority to the programs. So priority as an actor as a program, right? So non-doing, from doing to non-doing. When I say non-doing, it's not sitting idle. Okay. You can be fully involved in any action, but still be a non-doer. That is really karma yoga, where you can be intense action, okay, but still you can be non-doer. It is like saying, as the great actor, he is intense. Morning to evening, he is involved in film shooting. Morning he becomes a beggar, afternoon he becomes a rich man, evening he becomes a thief, night he becomes a policeman. He is in intense activity. But still he has never forgotten he is an actor. So that's why he is not any roles. So can I live my life not as any role, but I play my role to the best extent. This is actually what you call as from doership to non-doership. From doership to non-doership is what you call as karma yoga.
That's beautiful. So, Guruji, one question I have is,
Okay.